Okay, I am so excited. The deliciously villainous ghost, Hannah John-Kamen, is in studio today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You have had, so your first acting role was 2011, but I want to talk about like the whirlwind of geek fandom that you've been a part of since then. Because we've got Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Tomb Raider, Ready Player One, and now Marvel.
Yeah, just skipping through different universes and worlds, and just just trying it all out.
Yeah.
No, it's been nuts. It's been amazing, and to join the Marvel universe, I'm honored.
What were you into growing up?
Well, growing up, I loved, my Barbies. I really loved my Superman comics and my Batman comics. I am obsessed with the Joker. I had all of the Arkham Asylum and the Mad Love and everything between Harlequin and the Joker. So I did like my comic books.
Yeah.
And my toys.
That's awesome. So when you get this role of Ghost, who is a character in the comics, but there's not like a ton to go off of. So was that kind of freeing for you, or did you feel like it was more of a challenge to actually adapt this character?
It was completely 100% freeing. I was actually really glad that there was no big Ghost origin story in any comics, because obviously Ghost is, written as a male character, and all I know is that, Ghost was with the Thunderbolt team and also with Iron Man. And I remember I got the comics and I was reading, but it's kind of like, okay, Ghost is there, then kind of Ghost disappears and it's not there anymore. Okay, great. That's a really freeing thing, because I can really take him off the page and give her life, And it was great. We can really start from scratch and really bring Ghost to life.
Right, and you don't have anybody being like, well, they better get A, B, C, and D right.
Exactly. There's no expectation from a comic book. It's great. It's like, nope, we can really completely go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Approaching the character Ghost is, I didn't look at her as a villain. I didn't think in my mind, she's a villain, she's going to be bad. It's like, no, she's badass. But I approached it that, yes, she is the threat in the movie. She's the threat to the heroes in the movie. She is the antagonist. But, there's no such thing as a villain being a villain. There's a reason, and actually in her mind she's misunderstood and everybody else are the bad guys and she's the good guy. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I had that and translate it.
There was I feel like for a couple of the previous Marvel movies there's been some really great compelling villains, whereas maybe before it was a criticism where it was kind of a monster of the week kind of thing, but she is a very complex person. So, just to add on to that, what do you think it is about her that makes her so compelling as an antagonist?
I think she's very mysterious.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of depth, and I think the audience are going to feel very kind of confused with her motives. She has got a very clear objective in the movie, but I think the audience are going to kind of go, push and pull between the heroes and Ghost. Also, the fact that she can phase through things.
Yeah.
Her powers are pretty special. We haven't seen that, so that's going to be really cool.
I loved the suit, by the way. I thought you looked so awesome in it. I was wondering, when you're actually doing the fight scenes, the stunt work, I read you did a lot of your own stunts.
Yes.
How did the suit kind of lend itself to the physicality of the character?
Those suits were hot. They were really warm. It was kind of a three-man job after they call cut. Like fans, cooling packs,
right,
everything.
Cooler down.
But I used to actually request, I did my stunt rehearsals in my costume because I wanted to see what we could really do, and if there was anything hindering me, or actually if we were surprised and going, oh, no, put that move back in because I can do it. The suit's great. That was awesome. I definitely, with the mask, the eyes don't line up. They kind of go like there. So they had to take out parts of the mask for fights, just for safety because I couldn't see.
Right.
And I don't want to be, punching anyone in the nose. But no, it was really fun actually to kind of. It makes you feel different when you have your suit on. You just kind of go, ooh, it makes your character. It makes me just feel strong, and it gives it that swag, that Ghost swag that I kind of found.
Well, a lot of people, in the Marvel movies, they always have that moment where they're like, oh, this is the moment I realized I was actually a part of the Marvel universe. Did you have that moment on set?
Yeah, I did. It was kind of when you get suited and booted and you're standing there on a Marvel set and you see everybody else and you're going, okay, I'm here. This is actually happening. It's a pinch yourself moment. I always have it, and I don't think it's quite sunken in yet. I
Right.
don't think it ever will.
There's a moment, Ghost and Wasp kind of fight it out, and I got like weirdly emotional just seeing like two badass women going head to head. And I'm looking at this movie, it's directed by a man, it's written by men, but it feels like it really understood women in this movie.
Absolutely.
And how they're the ones that get it done. Did you guys have any conversations, like you and Evangeline and Peyton, about the handling of your characters? Because I felt like it was so well understood.
It was 100% well understood. I adore, this is why I adore Peyton for this, because he really, really gave myself and Evangeline actually like a platform and a forum as well to be able to understand each other, because with the characters of Ghost and Hope, there's so many similarities. There's so many differences, but there's so many similarities, and I think that the progression of having more strong female characters, whether it's a villainous or a hero, I think characters that are strong and tough and hold their own in the Marvel Universe is definitely needed more,
And it felt so real and like unforced too, where you're not like, oh, they're just like shoehorning this strong female character in there. That's
Absolutely.
like, no, these women just exist in this universe.
Absolutely.
And they are strong
Yes,
females.
exactly.
And there's a moment, where like, I'm not going to give anything away, but guys are going at it and Hope's just like, guys, can we focus for a minute? And it's like, it's just such a parallel to like the real world. It's such a good, I would say, like palate cleanser from Infinity War and all the destruction that we've felt and heartbreak. It is like a smaller scale movie, pun intended, but how do you feel like it does acknowledge the larger universe around it during the movie, if there's anything you could tease about that?
I think definitely, after Infinity War, you kind of need to watch Ant-Man. But with the Marvel characters, I mean, it's amazing because there's so many different worlds in the Marvel Universe and so many different stories and characters and how they intertwine and interlink, and you just never know what's going to happen next.
That's a good tease.